Hey everyone, Amanda here. I'm so excited to be doing a little new moon in Virgo reading for you today. Um, I decided to use I got this new Vampire Tarot of the Vampires deck and I love it so much. I know it's a little early, it's not quite into fall or Halloween season yet, but I really don't care because I love this deck and I feel like I want to use it all year round. So we're going to start with that. I also pulled a couple other oracle cards, so let's just dive right in. There's some really transformative energy coming up for this new moon, and I am feeling that 100%. So I've got the first card I pulled was the Ace of Grails. Now, this is a new emotional offer coming in. Could be new love, could be just a new flood of emotions, a new start, some kind of offering of love. This could be in friendship, in romantic partnership, any sphere of love really, or it could just be something within you, a new awakening of refocusing on yourself and loving yourself in a deeper, more nurturing way. But there's some kind of new start coming in emotionally. Chance for healing I'm also getting. So we've been in, at least for me, it's been a little bit of a heavy period of processing recently. So this is a great indicator. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for a new beginning. So that's a great card to get just right off the get-go. And I also pulled the Eight of Grails. So this card is about moving on from what no longer serves. So you can see it appears that he is chained, but he's holding a chalice. And it's like this dark looming presence in the background. It's like he's moving away from that. And his bonds seem loose enough that he could shake them off. Forgive me. I'm getting a throat chakra blockage, so I think that comes up a little bit later in the reading. Okay, so to me, this card is saying, and notice this moon in the background. To me, this card is saying it's time to throw off the shackles, throw off the things that really have been holding you back and embrace a new start. Embrace this new start, right? So we can get handed some kind of new beginning or gift from spirit, but if we don't take action and take it and move forward in the new energy, then we stay stuck in the same cycles. So to me, the Eight of Grails is about taking the opportunity to move forward. What you had or what you have may not be bad. It may be great, actually. But you're looking for something better and always looking to up level and move forward. So now's the time to really cast off anything holding you back. New moons are a great time to do that and set intentions for a new start. So that's what I'm getting there. I also pulled the Emperor, and to me, this is very like earth sign, Virgo type energy. So it's important that we ground our intentions into the physical world. The Emperor has a lot of authority. He's very stable. He's very, I'm going to use the word protective of what's his. He makes a clear stand. So if there's been anything that you're wishy-washy on, now's the time to get really clear on what it is you want from this next lunar cycle and what you want out of life moving forward. We're moving into fall soon, so I'm really getting that it's time to, shed some things. And there's a lot of cards about emotion coming up, so some emotions need to be felt so that they can move through your system and move out. I'm getting a bad blockage in my throat. Okay. So yeah, the Emperor, he's calm, cool, and collected regardless of what's going on around him, and he's very clear on his intent and his path and purpose. And again, I think you need to embody this energy in order to move away from maybe old cycles that aren't working anymore, in order to move forward in your healing and accept this new start that's coming in this new cycle. So there's a lot of power with the Emperor. He's a very empowered individual, and I think it's time for all of us to get into this space a little bit more. We're not a victim of life. We have a lot of choice and a lot of power in all of our decisions. So recognize your power and grab a hold of it in this new cycle. Funny enough, it's like I pulled the moon, so we're in this new moon cycle. The moon often means that there are things that it could mean secrets, or it could just mean there's something that's hidden to you right now that you're not seeing completely clearly. And this could be a time to really get clear on that. A lot of times when I pull this card, this means like it's time to be honest about what's going on in your inner world and get clear with yourself. Make sure you're not deceiving. Jeez. Make sure you're not deceiving yourself in any way. And it's funny because I'm getting all this terrible blockage in my throat. I did not have any issues with speaking all day. I wasn't coughing at all earlier. So that usually indicates to me that someone or something is not communicating, not speaking up, not speaking your truth. When you have a blockage in your throat chakra, it means that maybe this means there's some secrets or some things you've been holding back that need to come out at this time in order to start this new cycle, in order to make a new emotional connection from a place of truth and vulnerability. And I pulled the Prince of Knives with this, and again, it's like this guy is like crying out, like his throat chakra is wide open. And the Prince of Knives is about communication. It's about getting clear on something and then quickly moving in to communicate it. It can be a little hasty, so maybe make sure that you have some of this Emperor groundedness and you're sure about what you want to say before you say it. But I'm getting that it's time to really unleash the parts of you that have been remaining secretive or hidden. It's time to speak up, speak out, speak your truth. And I'm seeing this rose he's holding, and to me that means what he's communicating is still from a place of love, because there are all these roses on this card as well. So you want to be sure that the way you're speaking is always coming from a place of love and compassion, first for yourself, but also for others. But again, like I'm just feeling it's time to speak up. And this will help you get unstuck and move past these things that have been holding you back. You really have the power to do this, even if it maybe doesn't feel that way. And I also pulled this Mummy card from the Halloween Oracle, and this says change. This is all about, like I said, a new cycle. Something has to go for something new to come in. And I'm just getting a lot of energy from the past coming up in order to be cleared and healed. Something's changing though, and the more you resist it, the more painful and difficult it's going to be for you. So embrace this change, learn to flow with it, and get comfortable in that. Again, otherwise it's just going to feel like you're bandaged up and stuck, and you're really not. Like that Emperor is saying you're really not stuck. You have the power to create the life you want. From my Prophet Oracle, which is a new deck I have, I pulled Let Your Best Be for Your Friend, and this is a card about friendship. And I notice on this card how he's holding onto her heart chakra. So they're connecting heart to heart, which again is from that open, vulnerable, emotional place. I'm just going to read what it says in the book for this one. And it says here, let there be no purpose in friendship save the deepening of the spirit. So I'm getting the sense like what will really support you in this new cycle is your friendships and your soul connections, and really fostering the relationships that lift you up, letting people be there for you who really hear you and support you. Making connection and maintaining those emotional ties are going to be really important. The people who, when you speak up, they hear you and they accept what you have to say. I tried to get it all in, but I ran out of time. So I'm going to just read these last few oracle cards for you. That way it's not rushed and you can get the full messages. I just felt like these were really important. So I got this regret card, and I'm getting the sense like there is a lot of reflection on the past going on right now, and maybe feeling like you missed the boat, or there are things that you regret, or you wish you said and you hadn't, or you said and you didn't mean. Now this says on the back, it says, there's nothing sadder than looking back on some part of your life with regret, wondering what you could have done but didn't. Go for it. Sometimes it's better to try and fail than not to try at all. All is not lost. You still have time to turn this situation around. Let go of fear and apprehension and follow your heart. And that message seems really connected to what I said about the other cards. Like that idea of like, go for it. Sometimes it's better to try and fail than not try at all. That is this Prince of Knives energy. Like, go for it. Speak out. Like, it's like he's crying out from his heart. And again, like in order to have any type of vulnerability or new emotional start, you have to be brave enough to speak up and speak what's true for you. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's so much worse to live in regret than to speak up and maybe face some rejection or face a setback. You know, at least you know you've shown up with your pure heart and you've been true to you. You know, you have that at the end of the day. You can't control what the other person does. And I also pulled this emotions card. Again, I feel like this is, and it has the moon on it, of course. This feels just all really tied together. Like there's some kind of a culmination of a bunch of emotions that have been happening lately. There's some kind of shift or change coming that will come when somebody speaks up and steps into their power. And this says here, you're awash with unexpressed emotions. Say exactly what you feel. It's safe for you to speak your truth. Again, like all this junk, all this blockage in my heart or in my throat chakra right now is really speaking to that. Like someone really wants to speak up and say something, and maybe they've never felt safe to before. But now's the time. Like this new cycle, now's the time. And the last one I'm going to leave you with is this reflection card. And this says, reflect upon, bless, and be grateful for all the beautiful times in your life. Give thanks for the many blessings you receive each day. You can connect energetically to those you love. Simply feel them inside your heart. Life is beautiful. So, you may be receiving communication, extrasensory or psychic communication from someone you love. Also, if you ever feel separate or lonely, or you miss somebody, you can always place your hand over your heart, take a few deep breaths, listen to your heartbeat, and call in their energy and presence. And that often is very comforting for me. You can feel that other person there. And I think sometimes when you do this too, then they start appearing in your dreams. At least that happens for me sometimes. So yeah, we're never separate. We're never really separate from the people we love and care about. There's always that invisible energetic cord, heart to heart, and we can tap into that for comfort at all times. But I think we can really give thanks for all the things that these last few months have taught us, for all the emotions, for all the things being brought up. We can reflect on everything we've been learning, get clear on what needs to be released for us to be able to move forward. I think it's a really good time for that, but always have that gratitude, because the things that have been a struggle or have been difficult to move through, those are always our gifts. You know, they give us a chance to see something about ourselves and move forward in a different way. So I'm going to leave you with that, but I'm wishing you a beautiful new moon, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye.